Welcome into another episode of Farming Simulator 25 with me, midlife Simster. Here we are still on Hutan, Pantai. Again, no idea if I'm saying that right, but let's just hope for the best, I suppose. Episode 2. So we got the worker still sorting out the rice field up here. Other two we finished off. We're now going to jump back down and box on with sorting out the last of this harvest. My cunning plan of doing back-to-back episodes didn't quite come to fruition, because if you do follow any of my SnowRunner episodes, that you'll know. 2 seconds, excuse me, I'm being a bit of an idiot here. How annoying is that? It's going to leave a little track there. How frustrating. Yeah, so if you do follow me on the SnowRunner series, you'll know that I've got a very young family. Absolutely adore them all. They are the apple of my eyes and the light of my life. When they want to, they cause absolute carnage, and family always comes first. So I finished the recording last night, had a bit of time because they were out and about. They all came back, and that was the end of that. Then before you know it, you're looking at bedtime routines and bath times and all that sort of stuff, stories, whatnot. Everyone's then eventually down. By the time then, I spend a little bit of quality time with my considerably better half. There's no real time for doing any recording. I'd have liked to have done a recording, but the issue is that the office where the PlayStation and I do everything is next door in the spare bedroom upstairs, along with obviously the children's bedroom. So although I could probably whisper and talk quietly, I'm not sure it would be quite as effective as just being able to record normally during the daytime. So yeah, I had to walk away from it last night. But however, I did carry on playing, but I played a different map. I played the American map on my own save that I'm not recording, to start a new one, just to play around, just so it helps me learn a little bit more about the mechanics of the game and everything that's happening. The issue with doing that though becomes that I lose track of what I'm doing on the recording save. So I probably won't do that too much, and now that we'll start kind of breaking the back on these, I can start doing a bit of speed editing, so on, and then before you know it, it'll be the case that I'll be doing a lot of off-camera work, because that's just the way this game is. There's only so much of watching someone driving up and down a field that you guys all want to realistically watch, so I can very quickly find plenty to do, as long as I kind of keep on top of what it is I need to do off camera, without sort of that'll be quenching my need for Farming Simulator thirst. Look at that patch, how annoying. How annoying. So from the last episode, obviously we bought this field. I explained that I bought the patch. We're very low on money. It's going to be quite interesting trying to deal with things like looking at, where are we, next page here, getting everything fertilized, the liming, buying all the equipment that we need for that process, so we can sell all the rice. We may. The problem is that the cost of the wheat right now, I don't want to do it whilst I'm going to just come flying off the end of the field. As soon as we spin around, I'll have another look back over the costings. What was originally in that field then? I can't remember if there was anything in that when we started off this save yesterday. So let's have a look. So where's our pricings? It's a few months, isn't it, until we get the wheat high price. I'm sure we looked at this yesterday, but too much time has gone by since then. yeah, I mean, it's at its absolute lowest now. You know, you're looking at almost £400-500 potentially per 1,000 litres. We've already got 7,000 tucked away. We'll have easily probably 10,000 more on top of that. We've got 6 in the harvester now, plus the rest of this field. I'd be surprised if we haven't got... Why did it do that? I didn't touch anything. How bizarre. I'd be surprised if we can't get 10,000, including what we've got in the unit now, out of this field. So, as much as we need the money, I think the way we're going to have to do it is contracts and find another way. For those of you who are watching but also watch Dagowin's series, I'm on episode 7, I think. So he's bought the... Let me see if I can find it on the map. He's bought this plot of land and he ends up putting the small sawmill in with the aim then he starts the construction site over on 28. I don't mind it, I don't know. I was quite keen to not follow his series as such. It was just a bit of a guideline as a starting point once we can learn the mechanics of the game. It's quite a nice way of doing things is to follow it live time. There we are. So didn't think about that, did I? We're certainly not going to go trashing our way through the field. Just empty the harvester. Where are you going? Why are you on why are we going off on a weird line now? I swear the controls maybe my controller's on a slight, like a degree or something. Right. No, not you, not you. Yes, you, my friend. My little orange beast. Come with me. So, let's get this emptied. Get that back over to a silo, get that dropped off. Before long... Oh, you're going to run out now as well, are you? Right, okay. We got our work cut out here. How much of this is there going to fit in here? Does it take a whole thing? I can't remember. $7,600, so it leaves a little bit in there. Right, so if we can quickly nip this up to the silo, drop it off, nip back down to the rice field, empty out the rice harvester, run that up to the silo, and then we'll be good to go. So this might be the right time to do a little bit of a speed cut. So I'll see you shortly. There we are, happy days. So 15,000 litres in the silo up the road. Another then, what are we saying, 6,700 here. How much was it? 15 watt? 15.2, so give or take. Oops. Give or take 22,000 litres. So when you look at it in that sense, if the best price, what we say in there, the best price is potentially 12.24. Look at £20,000 if we wait, which I kind of think we should. So I think we shall. We'll have a look now and see where we're at. Ah, perfect. There we are. Perfect. Let's get this up the road. The one thing Dago series does do, and he's obviously touched on it, is the fact that he starts building out his barn space for the garages. The lack of... Oh, hello. Sorry, mate. Oh, also, did you guys happen to notice, as I just started the speed record, the near miss of the guy who overtook me now, my fault, I didn't have my amazing indicator on. You might do it there. So this happened, this overtake, but much... Why are you braking? Oh, and you want to overtake as well, do you? Well, oh, wow, double overtake. Nice. Nice move. Right, so, let's check that in there. Yeah, so Dagoin's building his barn and everything, but then, and it does make sense because there is just nowhere to store vehicles on this map. It's an interesting map. The more I've sort of played both of them now, the more I really don't know how I feel about it. I gotta be honest. I feel that they just have been quite stingy in a weird way. Right, where are we? So we have 4,800 litres. It's August. The price should jump up to about 3,005 per thousand. So we can get a couple of quid there. That'll give us a bit of money. That. Decisions. Oh, hello, Mr. Tree. So, things we need to do. We've now harvested all these fields. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put long grain in this one when we come to planting again, because long grain you plant in as April there, and then standard rice is April and May, so we've got plenty of time to sort those fields out. You can only do the one application of fertilizer, but you've got to do it all before, I think, if I remember rightly. We've got our wheat field that we need to replant, but that'll be next month and into October if we can't get it done within the day. So we could start sorting that field out quite quickly. We could put a canola field in one of those two. We're certainly not going to need more wheat. Canola takes a long time. I think we'll hold off putting the canola in, because the problem is we haven't got the equipment to do a lot of the work that I want to do. So we could go with oats. That'll give us some of the money. We don't have to do anything with that until March, but between now and then it gives us a bit of chance to get a bit of money together from the mushrooms, the rice saplings, some contracts. Hopefully we can get that sorted. So the only thing we really need to do is prepare the wheat field as best as we can with the equipment that we've got. We still have a bit of time. What does she need? Where is she? So, no fertilizing. Doesn't need ploughing, which is good. Does need lime, which is not so good. But so do both of those. Won't need rolling yet. For mulch, I think mulching's only a couple of %. I'm very tempted to be a bit lazy with it. Let's have a look at the contract situation at the moment. So we don't want to do any bailing. You want the kind of quick and easy ones. There's so many. I'd like to do some of that, but see, you're only getting that's a lot of work for 1,200 quid. It's a lot of work. Fertilizing is easy because it's quite quick, and that's right next to the shop. So I mean, we could buy some fertilizer in there. That is an easy, quick hit. It's almost cheating. I feel that one. We're going to borrow the items. Yep, they're waiting for it in the shop for us. Those two. No thanks. Harvesting. Oh, we're harvesting canola. In field 12. So you could bring that quite easily down from the shop, but then we'd have to come down here. Depends how you get into that field, I suppose. You're not going to want to bring farming equipment down there. I'm almost intrigued by that. Because you could, it's a bit naughty, but we could just set a worker off on that. That's an easy hit for us. What else we got that's a bit more? Stone picking, not a chance, pal. I really enjoy the wood transport contracts, but I'm a weirdo that likes doing the forestry stuff. That is pure boring, like a bit of a faff, that one as well. It's not easy. For the sake of, what are we losing? We probably get about 8 grand all told, I suppose. So that massive contract there, and just setting a worker off and doing it. I think we might do that. Give us a bit of a chance to mess around with the contracts as well. See the field, see the map a little bit. Right, so let's get on with setting this up. Let's get the fertilizer one done. We'll do this one ourselves, and then we'll start taking the contract machinery down the road. Work out how on earth we're going to get into the new map. Solid fertilizer, please, driver. Where are we? Consumables. We get to keep this. We can just about afford 2. We're going to need to fertilize our own fields anyway a little bit. So over and over, I know we've got fertilizer back on the farm, but I'm always going to use it, so it's not the end of the world. I've just got to remember that I've got to empty this out before we complete the contract. So heading over onto field number 1. Here. Sweet. Right then. Field number 1. What do you suggest, my friend? Start with the up and down. Yeah, I like it. Okay. You coming on, or what am I not doing? What am I not seeing? Whoops, no, get off that. Oh, that was weird. Right. Beautiful. This should be quite a quick hit, this one. With any luck. So even though it's an absolutely enormous field, the fertilizing, like spraying and contracts. Sorry, I was just reading a text message. That's annoyed me. I'll come back to the text message. Yeah, the fertilizing spraying contracts. They are just quite easy, quick hitters, aren't they? Because the range, obviously, you think about like harvesting this field and how long that generally takes. Turn off. You know, it's a lot of work to do a field this size, whereas we're going to do this now in a couple of quick passes. Really, really shouldn't take much time. That's the only thing I don't like. Oh, well, maybe I pressed the wrong thing actually then. So before I slander FS25, that might have been a me issue rather than a them issue. Let me see if I set this one up. Where are we? Fertilise, fertilise, fertilise. Ah, no, yeah, that was a me issue, not a them issue. Cool, there we are. So that'll hook back around. We can come back up the middle, and we're all good. I got really distracted then. I'll share a little bit of a story. So for those on the follow me on the SnowRunner series, you'll know that we're going through the process of trying to sell the house. I know everyone's jobs, you know, we have good experiences, bad experiences with people we come across in our day-to-day lives all the time. I've never known an estate agent like the one that we are using, just so arrogantly incompetent at times. Yeah, really, really difficult. Hasn't sold a house, hasn't made any effort. A lot of the feedback, they're unaware that we know from people who've come to see our house, but sort of friends of friends, who will say that just a terrible agent, like, just doesn't talk during the, you know, during the viewings and stuff, doesn't like explain anything, doesn't offer any sort of kind of conversation. Just really just bizarre, like, you know, that's your job. You're trying to sell this property. Your commission relies on you getting the sale. It's so strange that you just let people, and we've ended up, we've sort of stuck having to go with this company. It's a bit of a complicated situation, but the long and short is now it's been a few months. We don't believe that this person is really doing much, even though it's their commission they're going to potentially lose out on. Another agent has been recommended to us from a family member who's sold in the same area that we're selling in. Really rates this other agent. We invited them over to have a conversation, just to get a valuation. They spent like an hour and a half talking to us in the house. They were absolutely excellent. They were talking about things our current agent hasn't mentioned, hasn't even considered, hasn't gone through with us. A lot of this falls on us. Oh, look at that. Contract finish, happy days. So a lot of it, yeah, we've got to portion the blame on ourselves. Like I say, we kind of got backed into a corner going with the agent that we're with now. So 2 weeks ago, we agreed. He said, "Look, we'll take the price down. We'll take, you know, 10 grand off the house price. Give you another 2 weeks." That's what the new agent sort of wants to do, and reduce that price and market it between prices. So, you know, only fair. We will give the original agent their opportunity to sell the house at that slightly reduced price. Let's just complete this contract. Collect. Beautiful. £4,800 in the kitty. Right, let's get down there. Basically the time has come up, has finished now. They've had their opportunity. What has happened here? Oh dear. We're going to end up... No, there's no way around it. We're going to have to run over it. It's very much in our way, isn't it? Well, this is the dream, isn't it? This is what you want. This is a field that requires this sort of equipment size just to harvest it. Superb. Yeah, so the time has come. They've managed to get 2 more view-ins this week in terms of like people to potentially come around. We ask a couple of questions and all we're getting is, yeah, these people, they really love it. Yeah, they're really keen. Oh yeah, they've got some first-time buyers coming to look at their property, yada yada yada. Kind of, you know, we're saying, like, you know, we're happy to discuss if they that really like it that much. Let's discuss an offer, provisional offer, and if they can sell their property within the next 2 weeks to these people who are coming for like their second viewing or whatever, then it's all in place and we can start the ball rolling and so on. Completely just kind of ignored those questions, like, yeah, I really hope, you know, that we'll receive an offer soon. It's like, no, we're asking you to go and speak to them, be the agent. So I kind of, it's not that I don't, it's not to call them a fool by any means, but it's I don't suffer that sort of, I don't suffer fools very well, and I don't like that sort of thing. I'm guessing the way we get to that field is there. We're gonna come out the shop, turn left, turn right, come down here. Field 8 will turn to left. And I'm guessing there must be a gap for us to get down there. So we'll go and check it out. Sent the agent this morning a big message saying, look, you know, we're really grateful for all the work. Fingers crossed, you know, if what you're saying is maybe these people have come to see the house this week and they are as keen as they sound, then hopefully they will have a little bit of luck and then get their house sold, and, you know, they can make an offer. Obviously, with nothing on the table at the moment, however, nothing has really changed in the last 2 weeks. You're aware that what is going on here? Wowzers, I wasn't even going that quick. I didn't think I was. I mean, this is all sorts of stuck and not getting over this hump. This is really bad. Right. Talking my agent, and this has annoyed me too much now. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to edit that, but that is clearly my fault, and I take it all back. FS25, I'm sorry. That's on me. I can't remember how much of my rant about my current house sale agent I would have gotten through at certain points of this. But basically, I crashed this, caused an absolute mess of a situation, and then got myself stuck. All because I took the corner too fast and the trailer had tipped, and I tried to drag it over the bridge rather than reset it. So that's entirely on me. FS25, I'm sorry. I take it all back. However, we now are finally at our field that we need to start harvesting. Question is, where shall we start from? Because it's quite the funny shape. So the ups and downs are quite clearly going to be the way to go. That's a little stream down there. So let's try. I thought crop destruction, I'm sure we got crop destruction on, but I've had that a couple of times now where like in FS22 your wheels would touch that crop and that would be the end of it, whereas that's happened a couple of times now and it doesn't seem to have made a difference. If you don't own the land, that's fair enough, like it doesn't expect you to, it's quite fair like that in a weird way, where we can run over someone else's land and it won't trash the land. But if you run over the land that you own, then that's the end of it. That bit of crop that was there is getting crushed. Okay, so let's unfold the header, tuck all that away, unfold the harvester, kind of goes against it, my instincts to go this way with the pipe on the inside. So I guess we could, if I think about it, if we go this way see what the predicted route would be if we start her off here. Yeah, it's fine. One headland, loads of up and downs, start with a headland, yes please. Off you go. We can't do anything with anything that comes out of it, so we can care less about... That's kind of anyway, isn't it? Yeah, fine. So, let's bring our truck down there. So, yeah, rant over. Basically, apologies if I don't know how much of this. I'll try and edit out the sound, and I'll try and make the edit work. Basically, our agent is just not very nice and not very good at their job, in my opinion. And we've sent a big message to them about, you know, they know that we're changing agent. We're giving them a 2-week notice. They've managed to get a couple more viewings in this week. Still no offers, though, so we've said this morning, which is Friday. We appreciate everything. However, with no offers on the table and seemingly nothing changing, if there isn't an offer on by Sunday, then you know we will confirm with the other agents that they're to go ahead and list as of Monday. They're coming on Monday to do all the images and things. Thanks so much, you know, let us know if there's anything we need to do, yada yada yada. And the only thing we've had back is from our like massive text messages, who's the new agent? Just childish, immature, unprofessional. Ugh. Achi. But hey ho, we're not here to listen to me moaning about my estate agent. We are here to play Farming Simulator. So let's bring this massive rig over to this enormous field. You can see why it generates so much money, because this is an absolute job and a half over here to get this done. So we'll leave this by here. Whilst that's doing that, go away you. We will come and tidy our own little empire up, which is I'd left in a bit of a mess. So the only question is now is, do we do any of the field work and risk missing stages? I'm trying to think what order I should be doing things in. I'm pretty sure if it needs lime, you then fertilise. But then if we're going to use, I'll have to check obviously with our seeder we can fertilise there. So then the second application will need to go in once we've established a crop. Oh, I forgot to turn the traffic back on. I turned the traffic off in case it isn't clear. I turned the traffic off to sort the mess out that I'd created with that harvester. Sorry. I mean, we could certainly. We need to plough those rice fields. I don't know. This is where the problem lies. Yeah, I'm just not very good at this game, and I don't really know and remember what needs to do and when. So I'm going to chuck this up the grass out the way. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to get used for anything for a long time. We haven't got any suitable storage for it. Oops. So let's at least fold it up and tuck it away. Excellent. Go away you. This bad boy. Right. You've served your purpose, my little friend. 7 miles an hour, Miyazaki. Let's get you back up into your garage. So there we are. So 10% of the field is already, the contract's already 10% completed. So not only will we get our best part of £18,000 for the contract fee, anything in terms of crop that's left over within the truck when we are dropping it off at sale point, we then get the money from that crop. So we should do really well off that, and if we can do that, then that might just allow us to buy, or certainly reduce the loan that we're going to need to take out to cover the lime issue. I'm just wondering if when we sell the rice, when we combine the rice sale and then maybe the contract work, we may not even need a loan. I don't know, it'll be tight. It will be tight. Okay, my friend. In with you go. We don't have a pressure washer or anything like that to give you a clean yet, so that will have to wait, I'm afraid. Okay, right back up against that wall, because hopefully what we can do... Apologies if that was a little bit of a jumpy cut then. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. Family came back, so absolute chaos ensued within the house for a few moments, so I had to go and sort that out. Excellent. The contract is... Whoops. 20% completed. Let's see how she's doing then. Blimey. Still haven't even got the headland sorted. Okay. And we're up to 43% within the harvester. Alright, okay, cool. So, the question is now, just for us really, is what are we going to do with our fields and what needs to happen. So, let's have a quick look. I know I keep jumping back and forth with this, but so we don't need to lime them. We do need to plough them. But from memory, I think do we lime, fertilize, plough, and seed? Which, if that's the case, leaves us with a little bit of a pickled. I don't know this. I don't think this cultivate or class has given it the ploughed state. That's the problem. Although it should. Oh, well, let's just do a quick test, is it? I think Pharmacop did a recording on this week. In terms of which of these machines will do what. I should probably have paid more attention to it, because I clearly am aware of it, but yet don't know what the results of it were. And also not very good at this game. But this is what the point of the series is. This is a normal person who isn't particularly very good at gaming, sort of struggling right a little way through playing computer games, learning the hard way, making horrific mistakes. Now let's lift that. Let's get it over the dip. Right, so if I just do that, do you still need... Yes. So this cultivator doesn't remove the need ploughed state. Whoa. I pressed the higher worker then by mistake. Boop. Over the bump. Right, let's drop that off there. Right, so we've got 6,700 in the bank at the moment. We're going to get another load off this next contract. What have we got that we could buy? Well, that's just a big cultivator. That's a plough, I'm sure. I wonder if we can just use the subsoilers. Be using some. It just doesn't create a field, isn't it? That's all it is. This one just doesn't create the field. So, and that's so inexpensive that we could, it's a couple of £100 per day, £115. Well, it's less than £1,000 for the year. Do we just buy it outright? No, I'm going to lease it. I am going to lease it, and then when we're rolling in money and all in good time, we can buy one. We'll buy a bigger one. So, right, I'm going to go and get that, and we are going to start getting rid of the ploughed status on some of these fields. But in the meantime, look at that. 80% grain tank means we got to jump back across quickly. And see what we can do about this. It's all kicking off here all at the same time, isn't it? We're also going to be relatively close at this point to our episode end. I don't feel like we've really achieved much. I've done a lot of ranting and I've made a bit of a fool of myself trying to drive the harvester over here. But in terms of actual farming, it doesn't really feel like we've really done much. But I think we'll call it a day there, and I'll just carry on straight off the bat from this. So, as always, if you have enjoyed this, please do give me a like and a follow in the comments. Let me know what I could be doing better and if you'd be doing anything differently. If you do want to share this video as an example of how not to play this game, please do be my guest. And listen, until next time, be happy, stay safe, and we'll speak again soon. Take care.